how one foundation is stepping in to try to help.
So the Wildland Firefighter Foundation steps in all cases like this. They've been talking to Christian Johnson's wife all day today as he's been undergoing procedures because of those burns. They know this is going to be a long recovery. They're with him every step of the way. It was at a concert in Enumclaw Sunday benefiting the Wildland Firefighter Foundation that Burke Minor got the call.
Well, you know, I was ready to go on stage with 10,000 people with a burn survivor next to me, and getting a call from another one, it took me right back to ground zero with that. I can only imagine what it did with Daniel as well.
Daniel Lyon there with him, 4 years removed from the Twisp River fire that nearly took his life. Now, another firefighter clinging on in critical condition at Harbor View Medical Center. Minor in constant contact with the wife of Christian Johnson, the assistant chief of Okanogan County Fire District 3, suffering burns on more than half of his body.
They don't really know what's going on or what to expect, and unfortunately we do, and we know what they're in for, and you know, those are tough conversations.
For now, in these critical days, all the foundation can do is provide support and pay for hotels and food for Christian's family. Daniel Lyon says the foundation played a critical role in his recovery, and now he will play a role in Christian's.
You know, as soon as he gets a little more coherent after these first few surgeries, I've got Daniel on standby.
When Daniel was where Christian is now, he got a visit from firefighter burn survivor Brendan Mullen, who lived through a helicopter crash that killed his comrades.
He came in and visited me, and he said, "Daniel, how are you doing today?" And I said, you know, man, I said, I'm not doing good at all. I said, this sucks. I said, I've never been in so much excruciating pain. I said, everything hurts. I think I started crying, and I said, you know, we've lost our buddies. I said, life sucks right now. This is really bad. I never thought life could be this brutal. And he said, Daniel, he says, let me tell you a story. He said that my father used to always tell. He says the story of being forged by fire.
In that conversation, Brendan told him how a blacksmith makes a beautiful sword by putting metal in the fire and then beating on it, like the burns and recovery beat on Daniel's body.
And that's just like what God or whatever higher power you believe in does to our lives. He sticks us in the fire, he pulls us out, he pounds on us. What it's actually doing is just it's forging us by fire into the incredible people that we are, and being able to share the incredible stories that we have now.
And now it'll be Daniel's turn to share those stories with Christian.
You can't help but be in their situation and wonder, what's tomorrow going to be like? What's next week going to bring? Are these scars ever going to go away? Will when I get in public, are people going to look at me funny? These are all things that go through their mind, and it's terrible. You know, and to bring another burn survivor in there that's got a beautiful smile going on and a zest for life, and you know, hopefully put a glimmer of hope in these people's eyes. That's probably, you know, at this moment, one of the best things I can see coming out of this.
I know our communities and Washington State as a whole really helped Daniel through his recovery process, and I know the community is going to rally around Christian just as much as they did with Daniel. And ways that you can help, you can always donate to the Wildland Firefighter Foundation. That's wffoundation.org. And then another thing that Burke mentioned, which I think is really important for all of us to keep in mind, is to actually write Christian directly. He's going to be at Harbor View for a while, so you could send a card to Harbor View. He will absolutely get it, and it will make a difference in his recovery, knowing that you're all out there pulling for him.
Brighten his day, brighten his spirits.
For sure, yeah. And it's great that organization is there. Really, people think that they'd be taken care of, but they're not. It's not like your city firefighter, right, that has the union and the pension and all that. They're just now kind of out there, and whatever help they can get, they can get.
And on top of it, they're really taking care of their families as well, putting them up in hotels so they can be there at the hospital day after day. Again, a long recovery process ahead.
All right. Thank you, Simone.